anything on your motherfucking hard drive. And for many of you niggas, he done downloaded Wicked. Okay. Let me get my water. Uh-oh. 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 How we doing out there? Uh-oh, how we doing? Okay, my moderator. All right, that's what I want to see. Because I know once I get to calling all these demon names, niggas gonna get to foaming up at the mouth in my goddamn chat. And I need my moderator to come through with that motherfucking guillotine. You understand? You know what I'm saying? I need come with the straight guillotine. Nigga, we decapitation. God damn it, that's the only way we gonna deal with you. Decapitation. All right, family. Let me get some water and I'll be ready to start in 2 seconds. More like one. Hold up. Oh, baby. Oh, man. So, where we're going to start today is this movement that they calling Wiccan. Now, again, you know, a lot of people going to put the mystical, magical aspect. Really, if you was in here when we was doing the holiday, you see what I'm saying? Most of the witchcraft that niggas is entertaining today is Viking witchcraft. Bottom line, if you're talking about the Celtics, you're talking about the Druids, see what I'm saying? That's really your jump off now. And I'm gonna go over that to show you. That's real. England is your jump off. Because the majority of the Europeans that colonized this nation, excluding the fact we was here first, okay? We'll leave that for another topic. We know that. But when you talk about the Europeans that came to this continent, they were English. Now, when you look at the English, you can see that that island had been dominated by two groups. You understand what I'm saying? The Romans and the Vikings. Okay, and the Vikings probably had the most impact. You know what I'm saying? Because they was in there the longest, you know, and they stayed in numbers. You see what I'm saying? And so when you see Santa Claus as Odin, and we're going to get off into that, because Odin, and a lot of people, you know, me studying that, Odin is a sorcerer, okay? You know, when you look at it, he's a magician. So when you look at Lord of the Rings, and you see this Gandalf, that's Odin. Even when you're looking at Harry Potter and that professor, whatever, the head of, or whatever that damn witch school, you know what I'm saying, Hogwarts or whatever the fuck it is, he is in the image of Odin. You see what I'm saying? He's a witch. He casts spells and shit. And we're going to deal with the casting. You understand what I'm saying? Because in casting, you find what? Catastrophe. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no goodness coming out of that. You see what I'm saying? I say, and I say it again. There is no language that I know of like the Viking language, where so many words of gloom and destruction come out of that damn language. And I'm going to go over that today, even starting with Scandinavia. And you see scandalous come out of Scandinavia. And you're going to also see Nordic, you see North in that, but you also see Norn, okay? The Norns, which were witches, 3 witches. In Greek mythology, they called the Fates, okay? So when you're talking about Nordic, you know, the root of that, Norn, is witch. That's what a female Viking, practitioner is a witch, okay? And so, they have adopted much of that, you know, older tradition to the modern tradition. But Wiccan, as y'all know it today, is a modern movement. That shit had been banned in goddamn England and was banned in early America. That shit was banned in England until very recently, where they took it off the books, where you could, openly practice that shit. That's why many times they was using the term occult. You know what I'm saying? They was using the term occult or new age. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm not mistaken, they just legalized, where you can openly practice Wiccan in England, like in the 50s, in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you get the term occult, and you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing but code word for witchcraft. All right. All right. And that's Thor's dad. That's right. We're going to get off in that. So automatically, when you hear the word Wiccan, you can already hear it wicked. You can already hear it. You understand what I'm saying? And they all right with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Don't act like it's, somebody throwing a jab. They all right with that. You see what I'm saying? When you hear the term, and I'm going to deal with that, the term Loki. Okay, and if y'all into Marvel comics, he's the brother of Thor, and you see him there. He got his he's a character in Marvel comic. And in Loki is where you say loke. You know what I'm saying? When you loke on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Tone loke. You know what I'm saying? That's a term that the G's use when you loke on a nigga. But in loke, L-O-C or L-O-K, is where you get the term warlock or warloke. Okay? So Loki is the god of mischief, and you see him with all his magic that he used. Okay? When we dealing with what you call a coven, you know what I'm saying? Witches are either in a coven or a cabal. You see what I'm saying? So you get coven and coven. What do you get? Covert. Okay, coven, covert. That means it's hidden. You understand what I'm saying? That it's a veil, just like we was dealing with Saturn. He got the veil. Then, or the hood. The hood and the veil is two different, is really the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because many times they'll close the hood where you can't even see the face. You know what I'm saying? So that a hood is also a veil. And then in a coven, in a covert coven, you understand? You establish a covenant. See, you're a covenant, new covenant, and all these other covenants. But in covenant, you find coven, which is a group of witches. Don't ask me. You understand? I'm just relating the facts to you. Now, a lot of motherfuckers identify with that, the new covenant. Okay? You understand the new, you know what I'm saying? Which is the Testament, which is another term for New Testament. Okay. Now we're dealing with, this Baphomet. Okay, which is nothing. If you was with me when I was going through Pan, you understand what I'm saying? When we were going through the Yule goat, showing that Capricorn, Capri is also the goat, the cornucopia, which is also the horn of Almathea, which is a goat. You understand what I'm saying? We see that, Baphomet is nothing more than an extension of this universal goat worship amongst the Europeans. And what the image that is shown today, we just warming up. is a very recent image. Even though it's an old image, it's a very recent image. The one with the, you know, the two fingers up, the one hand down, I'm going to show that. You know, a sorcerer in the goddamn 1800s is the one that drew that and that image, and it became the universal image for what you call the Baphomet. And you got motherfuckers out here talking about that is good. Now, if you see that new Baphomet that they got for the church of Satan, hear that, the church of Satan, Saturn, the motherfucker that Cronus, the motherfucker eating his babies and shit, and motherfuckers want to make this shit into something that's righteous. And I don't understand, it's no way you gonna do that. It's just no way. You understand what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter, too many, we know who created it. Wasn't no nigga Luciferians in slavery. You barely could goddamn read a book before they throw your motherfucking ass in the noose. So it wasn't no nigga Luciferians in slavery. Okay? It wasn't no nigga Satanists in slavery. Okay? We no nigga in slavery. Okay? So let's be clear. Half of these crackers didn't even want to be identified as a damn witch because they was putting their ass burning their ass at the stake. Okay? So we got to understand, don't let them, you know, come with this bullshit that this is some ancient, this is a modern movement that then took symbols out the past to recreate some new movement, okay, calling it Wiccan. And got, like I said, and I'm gonna look it up, that the English just allowed for, you know, to really legally, you know, practice witchcraft because shit, it was banned on the books from goddamn back in the 1600s when they started cooking their ass. You know, so they just recently took that shit off the book. So for them to continue doing what they was doing, they would use code words like occult, magic, but magic with the K. Watch them. See, that's why when we was dealing with that Mardi Gras shit, where they use mystic with the K. Watch that shit. That's a whole nother terminology. You see what I'm saying? That's a whole nother code word for witchcraft. Aleister Crowley, you understand, used that term. Go look up how he spelled it. So they don't spell magic with no C. They spell magic with the K. See, that we going in. You ain't fooling with no motherfucker that don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all out there mad because, you know, motherfuckers is getting exposed for that shit. And let me tell y'all something. You know, nobody is above reproach. If your ass is out here teaching some motherfucking garbage and the family growing strength to expose your ass is exposed. You understand what I'm saying? Because ain't no fucking way niggas should be out here talking about no Lucifer, no Satanism and all of that shit come up out of our culture. That's a motherfucking lie. That's a lie. Yeah, and it's a very vicious lie that you niggas are telling, because you can easily be exposed for the lie. So I don't see niggas ain't been knocking y'all ass on the head. And now that the young gods is riding out on your ass, you know what I'm saying? It's riding out on y'all motherfucking ass. Y'all can't take it because y'all been getting away with this shit for far too fucking long. Okay? And so your time is up out here, family. Your time is up. Either you gonna get right or you gonna get gone. Either or. So you choose how you want to do this. We love you, but ain't no way we gonna allow you to continue to spit this garbage to our people. Like this is some liberating and this type of shit gonna bring redemption to our people. This is a bunch of goddamn garbage. Demonic garbage. And you know what you do with garbage? You put that shit in the trash, you put that shit out on the goddamn curb, and you wait for them peckerwoods to come pick this shit up. And that's what the fuck you need to do with all them crazy ass books. And I don't give a fuck which nigga talking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call no names right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because I could break backs. I could break backs on morality. Y'all niggas don't even want to deal with morality. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just, you know, just because a motherfucker teach